Good morning, Prime Outcast Collective. This is tabycatmeow. Today we're going to talk about orbiters, all the different kinds, where to find them, and what their air support charges can do for you. The Liset is the default orbiter that you start with. You don't have to build it, but you do have to bring it online with segments you gather as you play the game. The last segment you build will be the landing craft segment blueprint, which can be purchased from Clan Dojo Tenno Lab Research for 15,000 credits, or you can purchase a pre-built segment for 175 platinum in the market. Personally, I would rather spend my platinum on extra slots, but that's just me. With this new segment, you will be allowed to change your landing craft to any of the 7 currently available and to use air support charges in your gear wheel. Each of the 7 orbiters have a unique air support ability that you can use once every 5 minutes in mission. The override air support basically does the same thing as hacking an alarm would do. I tried to get past security here, but it didn't work. I would recommend just hacking instead of wasting an air support charge for this. The Mantis ship has a med tower air support. When called, it will drop a tower that looks like an air tower in survival missions. It's very underwhelming, but it's easy to get early game. I do recommend using health pads or better mods to keep yourself alive. It isn't too hard to get all the parts for it though. The fuselage has a 30% drop rate from the rare corpus container. This is what it looks like. The other 70% drop rate will have a fully built forma, a fill-drawn, or a 30-minute booster. The avionics has a 100% drop rate from the rare organ container, which I have regularly found on Hepit and Uko Void capture missions. I have a separate video on that. You will also get a fully built forma and a 30-minute booster. The engines have a couple of different drop containers, all with a 30% rate. The Forgotten Grineer container and the Rare Grineer storage. The other 70% of the drops will either have a fully built detonite injector or forma and a 30-minute booster. It sounds easy enough, but unless you are actively farming for these caches, you will most likely not find them. I have a video on an easier way to get them more often using Limbo. I'm going to remake it since it was my very first video. I'll link it here when it gets completed. It's a crate busting build that was made for treasure hunting only. Even with that, only expect 1 to 2 rare containers per hour. All of these rare containers will have an orange or blue shimmer to it, and it will have a hum, just like a cache in a sabotage mission. The Nightwave orbiter was available as a Nightwave reward a couple of times. It may resurface in the future. The air support Dreamers will deploy a device that releases a 10-meter field that deals damage and puts enemies to sleep for 20 seconds. You can perform finishers on sleeping enemies, so it might be good if you need to complete a challenge for that, but there are much better frame abilities that already put the sleep on enemies. The Parallax, in my opinion, is the best of all air supports. Orc Eye will scan a 150-meter radius for treasures. That includes Iatan sculptures, syndicate medallions, scannables, and rare storage containers, but not rare caches. They can't make it too easy on us. All blueprints have less than 1% drop chance from a reinforced carry pod, but this is not considered a rare container, so it spawns more often in mission. I have gotten all 3 pieces and then some in one mission alone. The Scimitar air support is Carpet Bomb. It is exactly as it sounds. You call it an airstrike and bombs will fall in that area. The avionics have a 17.65 drop chance from Zanuka Hunter. Engines have a 1% drop chance from Stalker and Shadow Stalker. And the fuselage has a 12.5% drop chance from Goose Drop 3, but only from then to book. You can purchase beacons from Barokatir to make this grind less grindy. The Scout Orbiter has everybody's second favorite Grineer, Call, and his garrison join the fight with you. It's a good option if you don't have a lot of Spectres, but it serves the exact same purpose. Once you've completed the Veilbreaker quest, you'll have access to Chipper in the Drifter's camp. Once you have completed enough of Call's weekly mission, you'll have access to Scout blueprints at rank 5 home. It will cost 120 stock, which is the currency you earn from completing the weekly mission. It's also where you can buy Cyanex. Or you could just buy it from the market for 210 platinum, but that's just pure laziness. Xiphos air support is sentry gun. It's not very strong and can easily get damaged, so it's not high on my list of all the air support. It's also infuriating to get. All the blueprints are in different sabotage resource caches. Not in all of the caches, just the very last one. Then you have a 0.5 to 1.29% drop chance it'll be in that third cache. I'm not sure how everybody does sabotages, but joining random groups, nobody bothers with them. It took me several years to get mine because it's just too time consuming. The fuselage is found in any tier 1 sabotage, which is the lower levels. The engines can be found on Plato Lua, Carpo Jupiter, or any tier 2 sabotage levels above 20. Avionics can be found in Strebog and Marduk Void, Zakata Kuva Fortress, Rufalaka Sedna, or Cyprus Pluto. I hope my video gave you some information you didn't know, and I want to remind you to hit that like and subscribe button if you made it all the way to the end. This is tabycatmeow with the Prime Outcast Collective. Good morning, because it's the best part of the day.